is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From State Farm Arena, tonight it's the Atlanta Hawks getting set to match up with the New York Knicks. The opening tip corralled by the Hawks. They've got it first as we're underway in Atlanta. To Trae Young. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. Clint Capella, huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Taj Gibson at the line for 2 shots. A career 70% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Trae Young. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Rose into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. That's no good. Trae Young. To Alec Burks. Clint Capella with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Here comes the screen. Fires the 3. Second effort. Rose into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Alec Burks. Beyond the arc for 3. He's been waiting a long time for that one to go down.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Hawks with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Trae Young. Throws it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Rose into the front court. Leads just a point. John Collins swats it. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Alec Burks. To Julius Randle. Bogdanovich pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Derrick Rose. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Trae Young. Lets it fly from long range. Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Rose into the front court. Down just a couple. Alec Burks, good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. They're in position. Let's see who can retain it. John Collins tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And a throwdown.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Rose into the front court. Down 4. To Alec Burks. Nothing going here on that drive. Alec Burks. To Rose. Hawks come up with it. Trae Young. And look out. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Rose into the front court. Down 6. To Alec Burks. Shot clock winding down. 4-3. Hand in his face, no good for Alec Burks. Nothing going here on that drive. To Trae Young. Here's a chance from long range. Can't get the bounce.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Timeout here for the Knicks as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Substitution being made in this one.
Number 20.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Derrick Rose has got 2 shots coming for his career, 82%. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Here's Atlanta.
That's me. I got ball. Hey, big screen right there.
Trae Young, down low Gallinari. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Rose into the front court. Down 8. Trying to cash in. Randall's shot off the mark.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
And the finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Rose into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Clint Capella sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. Trae Young. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Derrick Rose slams it down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Match up.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I don't think these kind of shots are tough for Trae Young. You see, he's always been the smallest guy on the court, so he's had to finish through the trees. He's a lot tougher than he gets credit for.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it. Capella against the former MVP. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. Knocks it down from mid-range.
There's nothing the defense could really have done there. That's just a great shot.
Let's go. I got ball. I got so far.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not going down here. Rose into the front court. Margins 8. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Alec Burks to Julius Randle. Won't go down. To Capella. Williams to Trae Young. Williams. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
To Gibson. Clint Capella rejects it. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Here comes the screen. Williams shakes free and hits.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Rose, terrific vision. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Here comes the screen. Trae Young over to the right side. Solomon Hill defended by Derrick Rose. The screen sets him up for two.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Knicks with the basketball. Rose to Julius Randle. Here comes the screen. Taj Gibson to Rose. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go. Williams to Trae Young. Taj Gibson snatching it out of the air.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Screen coming. Trae Young to Williams. From long range, the hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by Alec Burks. For three, Trae Young bothered just enough there.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Alec Burks at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play, and the lead down to 11. Here comes the screen. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Through one here at State Farm Arena with the Hawks out in front. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. With you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Williams across the timeline. It's an 11-point game. Fires the three, and Lou Williams, he doesn't miss many of those. A wide open look for three.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Ntilikina into the front court. Trailing by 14. Has a look. Noel shot, no good.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Slams it down. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Ntilikina with the basketball. His guys down big. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. To Chris Dunn.
I told you the screen was coming.
Can't connect.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
On a pass stolen by the Knicks. Danilo Gallinari with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The possession lies with New York. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Frank Ntilikina trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 72%. Free throw up and good, and the lead's back down to 13. Done. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. Williams. Lou Williams. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Done. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Frank Ntilikina, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Williams into the front court. Lead is 12. Count the basket inside.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Oh, whistle.
Timing was just...
Payton. To Kevin Knox. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Capella. Here comes the screen. Williams on the drive, but his shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Mitchell Robinson able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Clint Capella sends it away. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Gets a look. Can't hit. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Kevin Knox at the line. First one goes down. Two for two on that trip. It's the Hawks with the basketball. Williams. To Trae Young. Going to launch beyond the arc. Trae Young able to knock it down. Tough shot with the hand in his face.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Payton to Alec Burks. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
Nothing going here on that drive. Trae Young to Williams. Lou Williams. He's now 5 for 6.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Kevin Knox. The shot by Payton won't fall. Trae Young. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Kevin Knox at the line. It's Atlanta ball. Trae Young on a pass stolen by the Knicks. To Payton. Working hard on the glass. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Ntilikina to Alec Burks. Clint Capella, huge block. Make that 7. John Collins with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
No good. Defense catching a break there.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Williams to Capella. Not that time. Now a steal by Atlanta. Capella. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Payton into the front court. His guys trail by 13. And the finish, slam dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Hawks have it. Trae Young to Williams. Here comes the screen. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Payton with the basketball. His guys currently down by 13. Alec Burks to Payton. Ntilikina slams it down.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Trae Young.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Williams. The jumper's off the mark. Alec Burks to Payton. The pass set it all up.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Knocked loose. Trae Young. To Williams. Fires the three. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. To Alec Burks. Shot from the lane won't go. Williams across the timeline. It's a 9-point lead. To Trae Young. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Payton. Runner here won't go down. Williams into the front court. The lead is 11. Now that's a contest. Payton into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Alec Burks. The drive right to the basket. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Dunn. Goes reverse to lay it in.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Rose into the front court. Down 11. To Ntilikina. Derrick Rose slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Williams. Message received. Well defended. Rose into the front court. 9-point margin. And the nice finish at the rim.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you get poor effort defensively. You can't make any shots. Then you see the ball go in. Boom. Switch turned on.
Ntilikina into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Capella. Rocking the rim.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Possession lies with New York. John Collins swats it. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
For the New York Knicks, number 67, Gibson.
Randall. To Ntilikina. And he'll head to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Julius Randle. He's got 2 shots coming. 71% for his career. First try, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair.
Can you stand? It's coming. Can you stand? I got ball. I got ball. That's me. Keep coming left. Left.
Beyond the arc for 3. Off the mark. To Kevin Huerter. Tough make through traffic.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Wide open look, won't go. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Good. A 3 at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. First.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Hawks have a comfortable lead at the halfway mark. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Atlanta Hawks. The Knicks are in need of some changes at the half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Blocks.
The Atlanta Hawks came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
Young. And his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Lets it fly from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Deep right corner. Trae Young, baseline drive. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
Trae Young gets it down to Capella and stuffs it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Rose into the front court. Trailing by 15. To Alec Burks. Nice pass to get things going.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
4-3. Trae Young bothered just enough there.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
To Trae Young. Here's a chance from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Rose to Alec Burks. From the outside, no good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle. They say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
John Collins pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Capella. Rebounds pulled down by New York. Rose into the front court. Down by 15. To Julius Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
New York in control of the basketball. To Julius Randle. Here comes the screen. Surveys the floor. They go down low to Randall. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Julius Randle. Nothing going here on that drive. John Collins tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Gets to the basket and scores.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
To Rose. And he scores on the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Cashes in for two.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Julius Randle. Clint Capella sends it away. 8 now. John Collins rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Scores from the post. Now the Hawks coach gonna call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Trae Young. Oh, emphatic slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Nope. First one does not go. Oh, he missed them both. Danilo Gallinari snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Nerlens Noel with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
New York Knicks basketball. To Julius Randle. Nerlens Noel able to recover with the block. Payton with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Oh, he can't connect. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Trae Young.
Hey, double screen.
Down low, Gallinari. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Over the line. Backcourt violation. Screen coming. From long range. Can't connect.
His scoring has definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Here comes the screen. Trae Young. For three. Not that time. He missed it. Ntilikina.
Trap this. Come on, we got it. Right.
Knocked loose. Down to 5 on the 24. Fires the three. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark to Trae Young. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. He cruises in for two. Too easy.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Trae Young to Williams. Down for Collins. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Payton into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To Kevin Knox. Fires the three. Rebound hauled in by Atlanta. To Trae Young. Williams to Trae Young. Beyond the arc for three. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Here comes the screen. Payton. And finishes strong.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Trae Young. Lets it fly from long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Off the mark on the first free throw. It's a second. One more coming. Ntilikina with the basketball. The deficit now up to 13. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Here comes the screen. To Trae Young. 4-3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Here's a chance from long range. Defense taking a page from Ntilikina. Missed the three. Trae Young to Williams. Screen coming. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Trae Young is going to get 3 shots here, shooting 66% in this contest. Misses the first. Knocks down the second free throw. That pass stolen by the Hawks. From long range. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Nothing going here on that drive. Neely Kina. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
My ball. I'm here. I got ball.
Pick.
For 3. Textbook defense. Desperation shot here from half court. That ends the third quarter. The Hawks already pulling away. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
To Rose. Missed a wide open look. Here comes the screen. Done. Nothing going here on that drive. Done. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Rose. To Alec Burks. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Shot by Burks. No good. To Kevin Huerter. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Rose into the front court. His guys down big. To Julius Randle. Short jumper off the mark. To Kevin Huerter. Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me out of a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Got it.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
Here comes the screen. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
All right.
To Kevin Huerter. And scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Hey, match up, match up, match up. I got ball, I got ball.
Screen coming.
Come on, you gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Payton with the basketball. Down a bundle to Alec Burks. Here comes the screen. Alec Burks down low for Gibson. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Dunn goes to the right side.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
To Chris Dunn. It's no good. Great defense.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Dunn.
Here, come left, 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 left.
Count the bucket for 2.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a 3-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
To Payton. Hawks have it. Dunn. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Layup goes down. Well done.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Nothing going here on that drive. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Trae Young, down low Capella. Collins Capella, now 4 for 9.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Here comes the screen. To Trae Young. Julius Randle sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Knicks with the basketball. Rose to Alec Burks. Down to Randle. It goes down.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Trae Young to Capella. Goes to the left side. Going to launch beyond the arc. The rookie, Herder, unbothered, buries the 3.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Rose to Julius Randle. He gets it. Here's the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Trae Young. Lets it fly from long range, and that's rebounded by Randall. Great feed. Stuffs it down with authority. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Rose. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Just a
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Kevin Knox. For three. Not that time. And he finishes at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Rose. From the painted area, won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Now a steal by Atlanta.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
The possession lies with New York. Rose. Bullock, guarded by Clint Capella. Hawks come up with it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
To Chris Dunn. And count the basket inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Dunn. To Kevin Huerter. Here's a chance from long range. Drills the three.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Taking advantage of the turnover.
So many people think making assist is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
And count the basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Good look that time, but off the mark. Hawks have it.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. That approach, that's what you want to see. Nice save. Screen coming. To Chris Dunn. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot from the lane won't go. Late heave to beat the buzzer. The Hawks are victorious as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen. So long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks got the win in a nail-biter. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Atlanta Hawks. The Knicks lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Young is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.